is a very good chance that the Commonwealth of Virginia is going to choose the next president of the United States of America.
I'm an educator, I'm Jill Biden, and I feel right at home at a college campus. I'm a teacher, and I've had to balance work and family for the past 30 years. So the issue that we are talking about today is significant. Today, women make 77 cents on the dollar from what men make.
Is the next First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama.
A long time. Thank you so much. Thank you. What a welcome and what an amazing crowd. I want to just acknowledge a few people before we get fired up some more. First of all, to Mayor David Norris, who's here, the mayor of Charlottesville. I want to thank you for joining us today. What we decide on November 4th is going to change the world. You do realize that. A whole lot of women who have helped shape this campaign with their ideas and their strategies and their energy. Women who have come to rallies like this, who brought their young daughters and their nieces, and they're putting their babies on their shoulders so that they can witness this time in history. And I am a sucker for the babies. And she's a cutie. When we go shop for groceries, all right? We feel it when we go to put gas in our tanks. We feel it when we think about how we're going to pay for our kids' college educations. And we think about it and worry about it and feel it when we start thinking about paying back these student loans. We think about it when we have to go get that mammogram that we've been putting off. But we put it off because we look at the co-pays and realize that they just keep getting higher and higher and higher.
Or no insurance.
So we're feeling it, and if you have insurance, that's true. Right. Everywhere that I go, everywhere that Barack goes in this country, we hear stories of people doing everything that is asked of them and more, and still finding it harder and harder to get ahead. And it's time for new solutions, because we know that the old ways just won't do. And the questions that we have to ask ourselves in this election, simple: shouldn't we have policies that reflect our reality? Shouldn't we have policies that express our values? Shouldn't we have leaders that get it, that understand what's going on with people on the ground? Well, let me tell you something. Barack Obama gets it. Joe Biden gets it. And let me tell you why they get it. Because they've been there. See, Barack, as you know, was raised by a single mother, young teenager when she had him. So he saw her struggle to try to take care of he and his sister, get her PhD, and keep food on the table. And sometimes they struggled. Sometimes she had to resort to food stamps. Barack and I both get it because, see, we got these great educations as well. And we had to take out loans to pay for it. And I know a lot of you young students don't want to hear this, but Barack and I just recently paid down our student debt several years ago. I know. One reason we did it is because Barack wrote 2 best-selling books. So thank you either gonna pay it off because you wanna be a teacher or work in the community or be a social worker or work with kids. So you turn down the big money. We know what that feels like. So don't we want a president who wants something better for this nation, for this nation's students? And we do have a choice. We have a choice in this election, and there's only one team in this race who's offering the kind of change that we need. One team in this race who is going to build an economic plan around the middle class. One team who's going to give tax cuts to 95% of all working Americans. One team who's going to reward companies that create jobs in America rather than shipping them overseas. One team that's going to ensure that women get paid equally for the work that they do. There's only one team in this race who's going to ensure that all Americans have access to health care that is affordable and accessible. We only have one team in this election who's going to create a long-term energy plan and not rely on quick fixes, and make real investments in renewable energy to end our dependence on foreign oil